Hello, folks. Tim here again with some more Marvel Strike Force. So it's been like 3 months since I have been able to make a video. Um, a lot of upheaval in my personal life since Easter. So it's been incredibly difficult to set everything up to record a video. But the sound you hear in the background is an air conditioner, and I am surrounded by puppies. So if you hear barking in the background, I apologize ahead of time. You know, puppies are easily excited. Um, so I'm using my headset, my old headset, because the microphone. So my good microphone that I actually like the way it makes my voice sound. The puppies chewed through the cord, and I don't have all my cords available to me to replace it, so I busted out the headset. All right. So it's been a while, and I apologize. Uh, we are on day 450, which pretty awesome. And let's take a look at where we're at with the account. So our collection power is 63,671,008. Our strongest team power is 6.3 million. We've been War MVP 8 times. I've collected a total of 323 characters, 200 of which, 201 are at maximum star rank. My best all-time arena was 28. My latest currently is 43. I've had 10,939 Blitz wins, and my latest Blitz rank is 8,223. So, you know, we're not in a bad place. So I'll give you basically for 3 months, I have been able every day to do the absolute bare minimum. I haven't been able to do much more than that, so I've missed some events, which sucks. Um, but last night I made some changes, and I got everything set up so I would record today, and hopefully that's going to translate into I can actually start playing the game again, like I used to, doing events, right? Because if you come in and you look at events like a cursed team tower, I don't have a cursed team. I think I have Helverine. Danger Room, I haven't really been able to do it. Yeah, I think like I took one day and did it on like like level one or something like that. Invasion event Quasar, I have not been able to do that. Luckily, we have 7 days and 5 hours, so maybe later today I can get into that. The accursed challenge, I have the first tier that I can do, and to be honest with you, if I wanted to bring these characters up, which I don't want to do right now, but if I wanted to do that, then I could. We'd be able to use three of them. Red Phoenix I'm doing every day, and in the bonus I was able to get one of these. I think I have 4 stars, so I think I do. I have 4 stars, so I think a little later today I can do this one. I won't be able to do the fifth, but I can do this one. But so there's so much to cover. Really, like there's been a lot of progress even just doing my basic stuff. But as you can see, I'm down to 17 million. The other day, I was down to 2 million. So I'm slowly building that up. But I figure for today, we'll take a gander at the roster, and we'll see where I'm at. So if we go in and we go this way, let's sort by power. All right, so my absolute best team at 6.3 million team power is Annihilators with Mephisto, and everybody in here is level 105, and they all have 3 purple ISO, and they're all waiting on gear tier, gear 20, gear tier 20 gear. But because they're my arena team, I haven't really I haven't been going out of my way to get gear tier 20. Like I'm getting some of it. I'm getting some of the gear, but I'm not sure that I'm going to invest that in them because the arena is about to change with the Fantastic Four. Why don't we take a second and backtrack, right? So, in our arena, we're currently level 43, and this is my current arena team. You know, I did all my battles today. I'm not doing great. I've been struggling a lot in the arena, especially when it comes to there being Odins, and I mean null versus null. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, that's my arena team. I put null on there. I took Gore out. Um, and I have some really good days and I have some really shitty days. Like today, I won 1 out of 5, but I didn't fall that far. I was at 38 at the end of the day yesterday, and I'm at 43 today. So, um, it is what it is. I'm doing the best I can. I will be happy when the meta shifts to the Fantastic Four. Actually, super excited about the Fantastic Four. Um, if you guys remember all the way back to the beginning, um, I wanted to work on a team that I called the Elementals, right? So you know, we have Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. We have a diamond on him, right? So all we need to do is build him. And the thing, we have 7 red stars. So all we need is to build him, and then I guess right according to what I read, in case I have not really been able to keep up with everything coming in Strike Force, but we're getting what, a new Mr. Fantastic and a new Invisible Woman, and then a Franklin Richards, right? So, and I wonder how they're going to do him because he's one of the most powerful characters in Marvel, last I checked. But yeah, so let's go back to the roster. And then, okay, so we covered Annihilators, right? And then we next up at 5.4 million, we have our Orcus, and they're all level 100 plus, and they're doing a great job in what I need them to do. They're really good. I'm really happy with them. I have worked on bringing all of my, um, geez, Night Stalkers up to at least level one, level 100. At least tier two purple ISO like Blade. I put 3 on it because he's sick, sick. And then we have our Spider Society, who I don't know how much further I'm gonna take them. They're at 4.4 million. They do everything they need to do, but for raids they've been replaced. I brought up my my Cabal and threw Super Skrull and Kang in there, and that's 3.9 million. And I did that for Old Man Logan, right? Like Old Man Logan's been out for how long, and I never got him to 3 stars. So, or 3, yeah, I never got him to 7. So, you know, I figured I'd build these guys up and finally get that 7 star. Alpha Flight. Don't know how much further I'm going to bring them. They're doing everything that I need them to do. I brought Out of Time up. Um, you know, so we brought Cap, we brought Cosmic Ghost Rider, and what is it, Captain Carter? Brought them up to 100, so they're at 2.7 million. My Astral, who needs work, they're at 2.5 million. Um, and then we have our Sinister Six team. So Green Goblin Classic. I need to work on getting the rest of his stars. Mephisto, we brought up to level 100 for Dark Dimension 8. We're going to bring up Craven. We're going to bring up Vulture. We're going to bring up Lizard, and then we'll find we'll find another character to fill that out. And then our Illuminati here. They're all at 95. I do need to bring them up more. So their total power is 2.2 million. And then Vigilantes, who replaced Spider Society. I'm working on building them up because I need them to be able to do the next, what do you call it, the nodes in the Crimson Spotlight, or whatever it's called. We'll get to that in a minute. I can't remember much. So I'm working on them. Daredevil's at 95, Hitmonkey's 95, everybody else is 90. We're going to finish off Daredevil, then we're going to finish off Hitmonkey, and then we're going to go to Silver Sable, Punisher, and Elektra. And then for Hive Mind, I took out Venom, and I put Null in there, because I don't really know where he fits in PvE at this point. So I threw him in there. I use them in, what do you call it there? I use them in my Blitz. And then our Absolute A-Force, they need work. 1.9 million. And then this is just cobbled together. 1.8. I just use them for filler. And then we have our Extreme, who I may actually complete one day. I don't know. So I am notoriously bad about not finishing teams because I'm so all over the place with what I want to do, right? Like, I'm frustrated with Arena, and I'm like, I need to focus on Odin. And then 2 hours later, I'll be like, no, I need to focus on raids, right? Like, I'm so all over the place. It's really, it's kind of nerve-wracking. And it must drive you guys crazy too, right? So Old Man Logan, here we are. He's got his 7 stars. He's only got 5 red at the moment, but I mean he's not in bad shape. He's fully ascended, right? He's got all his abilities, and he's got the purple. We just need red stars. And then just other stuff, right? Here we have our Starjammers, and the only person that I've really built is Lilandra. So they could use some work. Liberty could use some work. I finally got 7 stars on Abomination, so I could build what do you call it for war. This is Thunderbolts. They're just kind of hanging out. I haven't put much into them. And then I got little teams, right? So for some other characters, let's scroll through and look and see where. We have Quasar. I don't know where he is in the rankings amongst my characters. But I do need to bring Astral up. Captain Britain, we did get his 4-star, and it's a red star. He just still Iron Man. Iron Man is still working better on that team. So here we have, we unlocked Quasar. We got 6 stars on him. I brought him up to 75, gear tier 14. He's in blue ISO, and I took him Striker. I haven't even used the character yet. Not sure where he fits in either at this point, right? And that's really just because I have not been able to keep up with everything that's going on in Marvel Strike Force. It's like been basically I get on, I do my absolute bare minimum, and then I have to other stuff that I have to get done. So Ares, we did get 7 red stars on Ares. I haven't put any more work into him. Omega Red Phoenix Force is at 4 red. He's actually kind of cool. Even where he's at when I use him and stuff, and he's kind of cool. Like I like what he does. But yeah, so lots of work to do. Hyperion, you get another rank up on Hyperion. So 134 out of 200, and that's his 5th star. Victoria Hand, we can get another star on her. And that's a red, so 6 out of 200 for the next rank. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's my roster as it stands right now. I still have a lot of work to do. I really need to work on focusing, right? So if you hear me say anything other than I'm building vigilantes, feel free to reach through your computer screen and smack me right in the back of the head and be like, "Get back to vigilantes." And then, once I have all my raid teams, then I'll be happy. Um, in our Harbinger, we have 4 hours and 55 minutes left. And I'll be honest, I totally didn't notice, right? Like, play Crucible with Helverine. I have him. I can lose a Crucible battle. I don't give a shit. I don't have the Hood, and I don't have Satana, as far as I know. So, sadly, I'm going to miss out on this, which is, 2 negative zone orbs. So I really screwed the pooch on that one, right? Because now I'm at the point where if I had done a better job, that's that's 3 more that I could have had right there. But that ends in 4 hours and 55 minutes, and I've already done my Crucible. Harbinger. Play Blitz. I don't have her. I don't have 6. I don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have that stuff. In our Blitz, Red Star Rampage, Orb Assault, I've gotten to 14 on those, collected my rewards. In our raids, so Galactic Storm, I've actually been doing okay with Galactic Storm. So I can do with where my Night Stalkers are. I can do, I can do 2 of those nodes at difficulty 4, and then I can use Orcus to do difficulty 5 on the last node. I can use my Spider Society to do difficulty 3, and until I build up my Vigilantes, I have to do these next 2 nodes on difficulty 2, which sucks. I can do these 2 mutant missions on difficulty 5. And then, I have to tone it down to Extreme X-Men with Old Man Logan for this node. And then Bio just sucks. And then in our Spotlight 2, I do okay. I do okay. We built up, we use for the first nodes, we use our Annihilator with Mephisto, and then Alpha Flight, and then, the Uncanny Avengers, who I have to build them up so that we can actually do the next Spotlight tier. Once I know everybody in the Alliance is, in a good place to go, we can go up to the next tier. And then, Battle World, I do okay in Battle World. I'm getting all my battles in. I'm doing good. Hopefully we can get, another star on Null sooner rather than later. In our Crucible, I am currently 1-1. I did today's battle. I lost to something stupid. I can't remember what it was. So we'll see where that ends. I typically go 2-1. So not bad. Let's see. So we are working on Dark Dimension 8, which I haven't touched in God knows how long, because non-legendary city villain. That's where we got to go with that. So I have to work on those characters. But my main focus, and I'm trying to stick to it, is my main focus is raid teams. Getting my raid teams set, getting them to 100, um, and stop half-ass building things, right? The store changes are taking a little bit of adjustment too. Um, but for supplies, I typically just get um, like Ares Special Awaken. I'm not getting that. I'm not. So I get my training abilities, I get my training orbs, and I'm trying to get Daredevil Modern to 300 to get his 7 star and unlock his diamond. So we're 101 out of 300 with that. Um, Havoc, where are we? 7 out of 300. I just got, we got his 6 star today. Silver Sable, 134 out of 200. And when she gets maxed, that's 2 diamonds right there. So she'll be in good shape. Hit Monkey, same thing. 74 out of 200. When they get his 7 star, he'll have a diamond. So that's pretty cool. Victoria Hand, we already looked at. Songbird, 95 out of 130. Hyperion, 4 out of 200. We already looked at that. And then Helverine. So, I do have 4 stars. So that's not bad. 35 out of 130 for his next. But I don't really think I should be building a Crucible team right now. What I have does its job, right? It's not like I'm in high-end game freaking Crucible, right? And then the Hood, 32 out of 100, not unlocked yet. I'm trying to use my Intel credits sparingly. Like, I know that says 459,000, but how quick is that going to go, right? Um, like I could spend 180,000 and get a second diamond for him. Same thing for Hit Monkey. You know what I mean? 445. We could 3 diamond Silver Sable, but like 40k. You know what I mean? That 459,000 will go really quick. I haven't really been spending any gold in these shops. Um, I open what orbs I can get. Like, I haven't gotten the Satana orbs. I haven't gotten Hood orbs in like forever. In the Blitz store. So the Blitz orbs, I'm still holding on to 12 of them. I buy my War Energy refill. These guys are all maxed. I don't need to spend um, any of this 6.1 million, and I'm not gonna spend it on minions. In our raid store. So today we did get the 7 star on what's his head here, Patriot. So we don't have to open Spotlight Raid orbs anymore. Um, you know, what do I get for supplies? I don't really get anything out of here right now. Our arena store, I do get Joaquin. I do get training mods. I haven't invested in any of these characters. I did get Agent Venom, and I did 7 star him, and he's got 7 red. But I got him because at some point I do want to get more Green Goblin classic shards. Captain Britain's passive, Blade's passive is what I buy out of the War store. There's nothing else really in here. In our Cosmic Crucible, Miss Marble Classic, I was buying her. There's nobody in there right now that I'm spending on. Um, our orbs in here. I open my red star orbs at times 10, and then I just take what I can get. I have not been getting a lot of dark promo credits. I have not been getting a lot of gold promo credits, and I haven't been getting a lot of silver diamond credits, which, is kind of shitty. Like, I feel like that and my gold income has seriously slowed down, right? I could get a star for Falcon, but he's not maxed yet. Sunfire, Sunspot, Leader, Guardian, Ancient One. there's Helverine. Like, there's just nobody in here that I need at this point. So I have been sparingly using those. And then, we're getting these orbs as we can get them. I'm not really, um, you know, we don't really get a lot. In the Ultra Store, I bought Havoc. I bought Daredevil Modern. I'm just buying new characters with my focus being on vigilantes. And then, Havoc in the Siege store, I have 119,000. So I'm just buying, like, if I'm trying to bring somebody up, I'll come in and be like, okay, I need, a T3 controller. Then I'll come in and buy it. Um, but I've been using those credits pretty sparingly, and I haven't really been going out of my way to bring anybody above 2 purple until I absolutely have to, because I feel like my income from a lot of things that we used to get a lot of, that all of a sudden we don't, and part of that is I haven't been able to do much other than the absolute basic stuff. So hopefully soon I'll be able to play a lot more of the game and do a lot more stuff, right? For now, I've rambled on for almost half an hour, so I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you're finding us for the first time. There is a playlist that goes all the way back to day one of this free-to-play account. And yes, it is 100% free-to-play. I have not spent a dime on it, even though these new time heists could benefit me a little bit. Little bit, But we're going to stay free-to-play. Really? That is super tempting. Super tempting. Like, I would get some upgrades. Okay, we're gonna close that. Okay, time heist is worth it, especially if you're a new player. If you're just starting out the game, or you're not that far into it, those time heists, that's worth it. And they just updated them. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to join us on Discord, the link is in the description. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. Love the comments. And I will see you next time.